Look, I'm going to be brutally honest with you. Everyone's freaking out about AI taking jobs, and they should be. But here's the thing, nobody's telling you. AI isn't going to take your job if you're the one building the AI. So stop doom scrolling Reddit threads about how we're all screwed and listen up. Because 2025 isn't the year to panic. It's actually the perfect year to jump into AI engineering, and I'm about to tell you exactly why, with zero sugarcoating. The job market is absolutely insane right now. Machine learning engineer is literally the fastest growing job in 2025, not growing steadily, exploding. Job postings jumped 40% from last year. That's on top of a 78% increase the year before. Companies are basically throwing money at anyone who knows how to build AI systems. And it's not just ML engineers, robotics engineers, AI research scientists, data center engineers, they're all up double digits. The entire AI tech stack is on fire. Meanwhile, companies are crying because they can't find enough people to fill these roles. Here's the kicker. Half of all tech jobs in America now require AI skills. Half. That was 47% just 1 month ago. It's moving that fast. So if you're sitting there thinking, maybe I'll learn AI later, you're already behind. AI knowledge went from being a cool bonus on your resume to being the baseline expectation. Like, if you don't have it, good luck competing with people who do. And before you say, but I'm just a beginner, listen to this. There are literally job titles that didn't exist 3 years ago. Generative AI jobs went from 55 postings in early 2021 to almost 10,000 by mid-2025. People are making entire careers out of stuff that was invented last Tuesday. This is your chance to get in while the field is still figuring itself out. The hype is dying, and that's actually great news. Remember when everyone was losing their minds about AI being magic? Yeah, that's cooling off. Gartner says we're entering the trough of disillusionment. Sounds depressing, but it's not. What this really means is companies are done playing with shiny toys. They've realized AI isn't about impressive demos. It's about building systems that actually work when real people use them. They're asking, how do we make this reliable? Instead of, how do we make this go viral? And guess what happens when companies get serious? They need serious engineers, not hype men, not people who can parrot buzzwords at conferences. They need people who understand data, who can design systems, who can fix things when they break at 3 a.m. This is where you come in, because while everyone else was chasing the hype, you're going to learn the fundamentals that actually matter. And when companies are desperately searching for people who can deliver real solutions, you'll be ready. Here's the brutal truth about breaking in. You can't fake this stuff. You need to know Python, like, actually know it. Not just copy-paste from ChatGPT. You need to understand machine learning basics. You need to get familiar with TensorFlow or PyTorch because 89% of AI job postings mention these tools. And yes, this means doing the hard stuff. Math, statistics, algorithms, the things that make your brain hurt. I know it's not fun. I know you'd rather just prompt ChatGPT and call yourself an AI expert. But that's not how this works. The good news? Resources are everywhere in 2025. Free courses, tutorials, documentation that doesn't suck. The bad news? You actually have to use them. Nobody's going to hand you a certificate that magically makes you hireable. You have to put in the hours, learning how this stuff works under the hood. Start with Python if you haven't already. Not just I can write a for loop Python. Really learn it. Data structures, how to write clean code, how to debug when everything's broken. Then move into the ML fundamentals. What's a neural network actually doing? How does training work? Why do models fail? Build stuff, not a resume. Here's something recruiters won't tell you. They don't care about your certificates, like, at all. They care about what you can build. You know what impresses people? A project. Doesn't have to be groundbreaking. Could be an AI-powered web app. Could be a game with machine learning. Could be contributing to an open source library. Just something that proves you can actually apply this knowledge to solve problems. Pick something you're interested in, doesn't matter what, and figure out how to add AI to it. Like movies, build a recommendation system. Like music, train a model to generate beats. Like arguing with people online, build a sentiment analyzer for Twitter threads. Whatever. Just build something. Because here's what happens when you build projects. You learn way more than any lecture could teach you. You run into weird bugs. You figure out why your model won't train. You learn to read documentation like your life depends on it. And you end up with something you can show to people and say, yeah, I made this. Plus, in interviews, instead of saying, I know machine learning, you can say, I built this thing. Here's the GitHub repo. Here's what I learned when it completely failed the first time. That's gold. The future-proofing strategy nobody talks about. Let's address the elephant in the room. Yes, AI is going to impact jobs. Yes, some people are going to get replaced. But here's the secret. You want to be on the side that builds the AI, not the side competing against it. Studies are already showing the best results come from humans and AI working together, not AI alone. Companies tried replacing customer service with chatbots, and it was a disaster. They had to rehire humans because only people can handle complex situations. The jobs that are getting hit first? Junior-level grunt work, repetitive tasks that don't need much thinking. Entry-level workers in AI-exposed fields saw employment drop 13% recently. Sounds scary, but experienced workers? They're fine. Their jobs are growing. Their wages are up. Translation: don't be the person doing busy work that AI can automate. Be the person who knows how to use AI to solve hard problems. That's who companies need. Software engineering jobs haven't dropped despite all the AI coding tools. Why? Because AI makes developers more productive, not redundant. When you have Copilot, you ship features faster. You don't disappear. So here's your strategy. Learn to collaborate with AI tools now. Use them in your workflow. Let AI help you brainstorm, debug, generate ideas. But always apply your own critical thinking. Never trust the output blindly. This trains you to be the kind of engineer who leverages AI instead of competing with it. And look, the field moves fast. What's cutting edge today might be old news next year. You need to develop one crucial skill: learning how to learn. Because you're never going to finish learning AI. The moment you think you know enough, something new drops and everyone's scrambling again. Follow AI news, read research papers, check out what people are building. But here's the key. Don't believe every hype claim. When someone says our AI can do X, dig deeper. Does it actually work in practice? Or is it just a demo that falls apart in real conditions? This balanced mindset, excited about new tech but skeptical of BS, will help you focus on skills that actually matter instead of chasing every shiny new thing. The skills they don't tell you about. Here's the ironic part. Succeeding in AI engineering means you need human skills too. Learn to explain complex ideas in simple terms. Learn to work in teams. Learn to communicate with non-technical people. Because AI projects don't happen in a vacuum. You're going to work with business people who don't code. Designers who need to understand what the model can and can't do. Stakeholders who just want to know if this thing will make money. If you can translate AI jargon into normal English, you become irreplaceable. If you can coordinate with domain experts, you're valuable. These soft skills matter as much as the technical ones. Start small. Explain your projects to a friend who knows nothing about coding. If they understand, you're good. If they look confused, work on your explanation. Also, learn about AI ethics, not because it's trendy, but because it matters. Biased models can ruin lives. Privacy violations can tank companies. Understanding the implications of what you're building isn't optional. It's part of being a good engineer. The wave is here. You can either learn to surf it, or you can stand on the beach watching other people succeed. Your choice.